Hey, great to see you for this video called So You Want a Second Income from Poker. Well, what makes you so special? Eh? Who gave you the right to a second income? No, that's the wrong attitude. A second income from poker sounds like a pretty good idea to me. Now, maybe one day you want to be a professional poker player. That's cool too. But I think a lot of people just want to be profitable in poker. And let's face it, as Nick the Greek once said, money won is twice as sweet as money earned. So what could be better than getting another income from poker? Now, I'm in this camp because I don't consider myself a professional poker player anymore. I used to be. I now have other sources of income, including a poker training business. I still play at a good level, but it's not my only source of income. So I think I can relate to what you want to achieve if a second income is your goal. So what I want to do in this video is just give you the things that I think are critical to doing that, some tactical pointers, but also some skills and, if you like, life stuff that you need to be able to crack if you're going to make a success of it. And I want this to be a really positive video because I believe that you can. If you're watching this, you've got an interest in poker generally, if you've got some kind of basic competency and you really want to do this, even though the games are harder than they were, say, 5-6 years ago, it's still very achievable for you to make money in poker. But it's not a gimme. So how do we do it? Well, the first thing is mindset. Mindset. The thing that I don't know about you, and this is a time for personal honesty, is whether you've got the mindset to be able to do consistently well at poker. Now, this is something that you will need to work on, even if you've already got a predisposition. Because when you're trying to do well at poker, your mindset, your emotions are really challenged. Downswings, periods of losing, periods of not getting the results you want, happen to everyone, even the best in the world. It's part of the game. Disappointment is part of poker. I think somebody once said there's more disappointment in poker than dating and selling life insurance combined. You can work really hard, do all the right things, and still lose. That is a very hard thing to deal with for us human beings, who are conditioned that if we do well, we get good results. Doesn't always happen in poker. She's a fickle mistress, as I like to say. So you need to have the emotional control and the ability to always play your best or close to your best, even when things aren't going your way. So you do need that if you want a second income from poker. Otherwise, first of all, you won't get a lot of happiness out of it because you will have down periods, no matter how good you become. And second of all, you will sabotage your own results. Even a great player only has maybe a 20% margin in a poker game, something like that. So it's very easy to destroy that by not having good emotional control and not having good focus. So work on these things and be honest with yourself. If you're never going to have the right mindset, then play poker for fun and entertainment. Don't worry so much about consistent results to get another income. Now, if you've ticked that box, how do you actually go about it? Well, the first thing I think is to specialize. You're not going to be a poker pro at this stage. You're moving down that path. You're looking to have a second income. And so it doesn't mean you need to do everything that a professional does, but you do need to get that mindset where you're looking for opportunities to make profit, right? That's what you're now going to be doing. The more you specialize, the more you're taking advantage of two things. First of all, you're looking specifically for those opportunities, not generally. So you're looking for specific types of games or games where you can do well. And second of all, you will become better and more profitable. It is very hard to do multiple things well. It is much easier to focus and crack something. So by specialize, I mean the type of poker, the type of games, and maybe the actual individual games that you're going to play in. So are you going to play cash or tournaments or even heads up or sit and goes or a type of sit and goes? Are you going to play Hold'em or are you going to take advantage of opportunities in a different game? What specific sites, if you're online, or card rooms are you going to play in? Even what kind of games are you actually looking for? Wild, loose games, whatever. So the more you specialize and the more you look to solve a particular buy-in level or a particular game, the more successful you'll be. So stop being general if you really want to get serious about doing well and start focusing on one type of game. The third thing is no fun whatsoever. All right, it's a bit of fun, but maybe a little less exciting, and that is to study. It is not possible It is not possible, in my opinion, to get a second income from poker consistently if you're not going to put some time in away from the table. Playing is the most important way to actually improve, because you have to improve your ability to make reads and decisions in real time. But if you don't supplement it with study and analysis of your own game, keeping current with knowledge and so on, then it's incredibly difficult to improve if you're just going to do it from trial and error. So get more serious about studying. Here's how you make it more enjoyable. First of all, set some goals. So when do you want a second income from poker? How much do you want to earn this year from poker? So get aspirational. And then ask yourself, what are the biggest things I need to work on in order to get there? You can do a list of all the things you need to work on, then pick the 2 or 3 that will create the most impact for you. Another way to ask this is, the people that beat my limit, so the people that are specializing in what I specialize in, what do they do well that I don't do as well? And then make your study focused around those things, combined with hands that you've actually played. But the more you work on things and the more targeted your work is, the better you'll do. Next up is schedule, or schedule, depending on where you're listening to this in the world. If you want to do consistently well at poker, you must schedule poker into your life. As I said at the top of the video, I know that you've got other things going on and it's sometimes difficult to find the time. And I know what it's like to combine playing poker with lots of other things. The key is to carve out time for your poker and actually formalize it. So at the start of every week, ask yourself, how many hours am I going to try and play this week? How many hours am I going to try and study? And then actually put it in your calendar. Share that calendar with the important people in your life who may stop you from devoting time to poker. Be reasonable. Ask yourself, okay, I might want to play poker for 30 hours this week, but I actually have a job or a college course or a family or whatever. So what is the time I can actually give that's really good quality focus time? I'd rather you spent 5 hours a week really focused on poker at your absolute best than 20 hours in an unfocused, scattergun, not playing your A-game way. But whatever you do, schedule it. It's the only way to make sure that it happens. Next up, you're going to focus much more on bankroll. So if you're going to get serious about having a second income, you've got to move from playing in a haphazard way with money, just buying into tournaments or cash games from different sources, and actually get some bankroll management and bankroll building. Let's go bankroll building. Let's get specific into your life. I think the best way to do this is to start relatively near the bottom. Even if you are comfortable, you still have an edge in it. Now, in the super small games online, you're going to encounter a bigger rake, but they should still be beatable. That's just something to think about. But start perhaps a little bit lower than you think you can beat. Start with more buy-ins than you think you'll need and actually build your bankroll. Separate your bankroll money off from your real world money. This is the way that we keep score in poker. It will give you more focus. You'll be able to set specific targets for that bankroll and you'll be able to think more clearly about how best to develop it. So get serious about your bankroll. I'm not going to cover all aspects of money management in this video, but if you want to be pulling out a certain amount of money every month as a second income, if that's your goal, you first need to have a big enough bankroll to do that. My recommendation is you build that bankroll over time, be patient about it. Don't expect a second income next month, expect it next year. Put the work in, and the satisfaction you will get from starting off with some small amount of money today and then building it into an amount that you can draw a second income off in the future will be immeasurable. Honestly, it is the coolest thing, one of the coolest things you can do in your free time. I'd recommend it to you. Get serious about your bankroll. And then finally, find shortcuts that make you a better player. I'm going to recommend one in this video, which I think is the ultimate shortcut, and that's coaching. Now, I am biased. I own a poker coaching site. I work with a lot of poker coaches. I am a poker coach, so I'm biased. However, this is based on my own experience of being a player and seeing now hundreds of other players get this experience. I made my fastest improvement and got my best results when I had a coach. The benefit of having a coach is they will shortcut what you're trying to progress to because they know the answers. They've done it themselves, and you should have a coach that's done it themselves at some level, and they've seen and helped lots of other people do it. You should find a coach that's seen and helped lots of other people do it. Now, it doesn't have to be a one-on-one coach. There are tons of great training sites like ours out there, tons of great video resources and so on. But if you want to get to a second income quickest, coaching is the quickest way to do it. I would try several different coaches until you find a good fit for you. I would decide how much resources you want to devote to it. In my experience, that investment of time and money pays off in spades. Now, this is not an advert for what we do at Transform My Poker. Come to us, that would be lovely. You can go to lots of other people as well, but get resources that get you to your goals faster. To end on a positive note, you can do this. It is achievable. There are people doing it every year. You can get a second income from poker, but you need to get that a little bit more serious and focused about what you're doing and really make it a commitment and a goal. It is so much fun to build up in poker and to pull money out on a regular basis. So I really hope you are successful in doing it. If you'd like some help, click the link below this video. You'll be able to sign up and get our best free training resources, including some killer help on tournaments. Do give this video a like. It really helps the channel, and subscribe if you haven't already so you know when this gold drops, and leave a comment. And if you've got any ideas for future topics on videos, I'd love to have them. I hope you've enjoyed this video and got value from it. Lots of luck in your quest for a second income from poker.